¿Algo por aquí? No. Terminal de espectro. What the fuck? Bienvenido, se te da la bienvenida al centro de procesamiento de información espectro. Esta terminal ofrece acceso seguro a los datos y sirve para pedir autorización para operaciones encubiertas o solicitudes. Está restringido a los agentes que se encuentren en servicio activo en tácticas especiales y reconocimiento. Cualquier operación que se precise de un pago puede realizarse en el terminal que hay al lado, que se utiliza para hacer transacciones financieras seguras e irrastrables. Datos sobre la flota cuariana. El peregrino cuariano Jen Bolan Nar Nima en la Citadel recibió una gran transferencia de créditos de la flota. Jen Bolan ha comprado tecnología, incluida monturas para armas punteras y emisores de barreras cinéticas, en varios centros de servicio para naves. En Ilium, otro peregrino cuariano, no identificado, fue visto buscando una nave que pasaba cerca del velo de Perseo. Luego lo oyeron decir que lo habían hecho volver de su peregrinaje. Los datos sugieren que la flota cuariana está retirando a sus peregrinos y poniendo a punto sus naves para combatir en algún lugar cerca del velo de Perseo. Esto podría ser una reacción a la invasión de los Segadores, pero formalmente no han hecho ningún ofrecimiento o solicitud de ayuda. La información sugiere que los cuarianos podrían estar preparándose para un conflicto con los Geth. Mala decisión. Podemos comprarle Black Widow. Oh, qué bonita. Qué bonita la Black Widow. ¿Por aquí tenemos algo? No. ¿Está James por aquí? Sí. Pues vamos a hablar con James. Si lo encontramos.
Commander Shepard. Commander, the people of the Alliance have questions. Commander Shepard, Khaleesa bint Seen and Al-Jalani. Isn't it true that you were on Earth when the Reapers attacked? How do you justify running away while millions of people on Earth die? Is that the best we can expect from the Alliance?
I came to get help for Earth. For everyone.
What about all the people suffering while you play politics with the Council? What about them? How can you stand here while our families die? What are you going to do?
Khaleesa, we're doing everything we can.
Before they cut the feeds, there were so many dead.
I'm gonna stop the Reapers or die trying, but I need your help. Keep asking the hard questions. Don't let the Council forget about Earth.
I will. Thank you, Commander.
Tiene miedo, es normal.
We haven't always seen eye to eye, but I'm glad you're on our side.
Early reports indicate that Earth...
Aquí tenemos a James.
Incursions by enemy forces are being reported into...
Hey, Commander. Liara told me the Council's not interested in helping us.
Something like that.
Why would they? Look at this place. There's no war here. People are whispering about it. They're talking about it, but they don't really believe it.
I take it this is your first time here with the elite of the galaxy.
I've been to the Citadel, but never up here on the Presidium. It's... not right. It looks pretty, calm and peaceful. But it's not right. It's all just an illusion.
It was peaceful. Once.
But was it? Really? I mean, when push comes to shove, they're just gonna turtle up. Hope it don't hit them too, right? They'd rather believe in this than face the truth.
They're in for a rude awakening. Every species will fall one by one if they don't work with us.
No shit. Can't believe it's even up for debate.
So, you still want to go back to Earth?
Hell yeah, but
But
You were right. So was Anderson. We can't stop them alone. Besides, looks like you're gonna have your hands full convincing these pendejo politicians to help us. And I'm up for it. Whatever it takes.
glad to hear it.
I'm gonna head down to some of the lower levels where they keep it real. You got some spare time? You should come and find me.
Maybe I'll do that.
Ilium is under attack. Although the Asari colonies across...
Welcome, Commander Shepard. Please select the destination.
Muelle de la Normandía de
One
24.
moment, please. Now arriving at docking bay D.
¿A dónde tenemos que ir ahora? A Palaven.
E24.
Aquí no tenemos absolutamente nada. Y al hospital ya fuimos, así que nada, vamos a la nave.
So, you're just silent behind enemy lines until the war is over.
No, they've got us on rotation. We're mostly in fortified holding zones until strike teams clear an area. Then we come in and set up medical bunkers and supply depots. And then the main fleet comes in to occupy.
I'm not wearing commando leather, honey. What does that mean?
We'll be perfectly safe. They don't put engineers on the front lines.
But you won't be able to talk to us.
No, amiga, no. Volvemos a la Normandía entonces. El niño. No corras, niño. Pesadillas.
Liara, can I help you?
I've been forwarding the Turian Counselor information on the Prothean device. It can't be built without Council support, but he's not budging until their Primarch is safe.
I know.
Are you all right?
I didn't get what you'd call a good night's rest.
There's more to it than that, isn't there? What's really bothering you?
When the Reapers hit, I could hear people screaming in the streets below me. We left a lot of them behind.
There's no way for you to save them all. But I know you're doing everything you can, and you'll get back there in time to help.
I hope you're right.
Don't blame yourself, Commander.
Commander Shepard? I'm Specialist... Oh. I beg your pardon. I thought you were alone.
I was just leaving.
Commander Shepard, I'm comm specialist Samantha Trainer with Alliance R&D. I was part of the team retrofitting the Normandy after you turned it over to the Alliance. There weren't many of us aboard when the Reapers hit.
Slow down, Specialist Trainer. You're doing fine.
Thank you. I worked in a lab. I never thought I'd be serving on a ship.
Why don't you tell me about the retrofits?
The ship's in line with Alliance regs now, and it has new, top-of-the-line, quantum entanglement communicators. In fact, Admiral Anderson had intended to use the Normandy as his mobile command center.
That's no longer an option.
Yes, I heard he chose to stay and fight. In any event, I'm honored to serve under you, Commander. For as long as you need me, that is. They only sent me here to oversee the retrofits.
Shepard, some of our systems require further testing, and Specialist Trainer has been extremely effective during installation. I would prefer that she remain.
Got it, Edie.
Oh, wait, since when does a virtual intelligence make requests?
Edie's an AI. Fully self-aware.
Oh, I knew it. I knew Joker was lying.
Jeff requested that I pretend to be a simple VI to protect myself. I apologize for the deception.
Thanks, Edie, and I apologize for all those times I talked about how... attractive your voice was. Anyway, shall I give you a tour? I think you'll be impressed by the new upgrades. In the CIC, you'll find the galaxy map where you can set the Normandy's destination. You can also check your messages at your private terminal. The War Room houses a strategic command center for mission-specific intel and war analysis. The shuttle bay contains an armory where you can modify your equipment between missions. Finally, Liara has set up a lot of hardware down in the old XO office on Deck 3. I think she's claimed that room. And there you are. Still the same ship as before, it just flies Alliance colors now. Speaking of which, I believe Admiral Hackett would like to speak to you at the VidCom.
Ok.
Commander, Udina updated me on your meeting with the Council. Sounds like they're running scared.
We did present them with a lot of unknowns. They're feeling threatened and want immediate solutions, not theories.
Theories are all we've got right now. What's your plan?
I'm trying to get the Turian Primarch for a summit meeting with the Asari and Solarians. I'll bypass the Council and appeal directly to their leadership.
That's good, I like it. This is where we start laying the groundwork for our counterattack.
Unfortunately, we don't have a whole lot to back it up right now.
Then build alliances. Gather everything and everybody you can for the cause.
What about the Prothean device?
Find me people who can help build it, and if you can't, I'll take ships, soldiers, supplies, whatever you can get. We need to keep hitting the Reapers across every theater of war they open. Buy us time to figure out the device.
And when it's finished?
Assuming it ever is, we pool all our resources. Think of it as a giant armada for delivering the device, when the Reapers are most vulnerable.
Okay.
The stronger you can make that armada, the better the chances of punching through.
What about Earth, sir?
We'll just have to hope Anderson and what's left of the Alliance forces can hold out until we've dealt with the enemy.
I understand.
Good. Then make it happen, Commander. I'll be expecting regular updates on your progress. Hack it out.
Hackett es la hostia, tío. Ah, ¿qué tenemos por aquí? Terminal de guerra. Recursos bélicos. Las personas, armas, ejércitos y las flotas que vayas acumulando son tus recursos bélicos. La disposición total de la galaxia determina la eficacia con la que rendirán estos recursos en la batalla final. La alianza de sistemas representa la influencia económica, política y militar de la especie humana en el resto de la galaxia. Su armada está bajo las órdenes del almirante Stephen Hackett. Los Segadores están superando a las fuerzas aliadas en varios frentes y causando numerosas bajas. Cuerpo de Ingenieros de la Alianza, 130. El Cuerpo de Ingenieros de la Alianza abre carreteras a través de las montañas y construye bases en asteroides. Aunque el grueso del Cuerpo de Ingenieros de la Alianza está activo en tiempos de guerra, los mejores colaboran en la construcción de un dispositivo de origen proteano recuperado en Marte. A causa de la asombrosa cantidad de materias primas necesarias, el CIA recibe una cantidad de recursos de la Alianza sin precedentes, siempre que no interfieran con el despliegue de tropas. No sé cómo se dice ese número ahora mismo. La división de marines 103. El viejo refrán, todo marine es un fusilero, sigue aplicándose en la Alianza. Cada marine, desde los oficinistas a los francotiradores, pasan por un periodo de instrucción. Como consecuencia, la división 103 de marines es el grupo más numeroso de soldados de las fuerzas especiales. Oficiales de batallas célebres, como el ataque esquiliano y la guerra del primer contacto, dirigen un exigente programa de instrucción en diversos entornos para que los marines puedan asaltar cualquier playa en cualquier planeta. El entrenamiento ha sido útil en la guerra contra los Segadores, ya que el 103 puede estar luchando en un desierto ártico una semana para atravesar selvas durante la siguiente. Primera flota de la Alianza. La primera flota se encontraba cerca del relé de Caronte cuando los Segadores invadieron el sistema solar. Para cuando el almirante Hackett dio orden de retirarse, la flota, en tiempos la más numerosa de la Armada de la Alianza, había perdido la mitad de sus efectivos. La almirante en jefe, Ines Lindholm, tomó la dolorosa decisión de usar una décima parte de las naves restantes de flota como cobertura para que el resto pudiera escapar. La jugada le salió bien y la primera flota salió a duras penas del relé para reunirse con el resto de las fuerzas de la Alianza en fuga. Actualizado, esta flota perdió un tercio de sus naves protegiendo el Consejo durante la batalla de la Citadel hace 2 años. Por desgracia, la Alianza no tuvo tiempo de devolverle su potencial antes de la invasión de los Segadores. Tercera flota de la Alianza, destinada en Arturo. La tercera flota está a órdenes del almirante Nitesh Singh. Cuando los Segadores se disponían a atacar la estación, Singh ya había retirado su nave capitana, la SSV Logan, a una posición de tiro ideal para sus cañones aceleradores de masa. Los cañones del acorazado consiguieron frenar a un destructor antes de que pudiera destruir a la tercera flota, pero Singh se vio obligado a retirarse ante la apabullante superioridad de los Segadores. Lo mismo, esta flota perdió un tercio de sus naves protegiendo el Consejo durante la batalla de la Citadel hace 2 años. Por desgracia, la Alianza no tuvo tiempo de devolverle su potencial antes de la invasión de los Segadores. Quinta flota. La quinta flota se hizo famosa en toda la galaxia después de liderar a las fuerzas de la Alianza en la batalla de la Ciudadela. Más recientemente, protegía la estación de Arturo cuando atacaron los Segadores. Después de una batalla sangrienta y desesperada, el almirante Hackett dio la orden de retirarse, sacrificando toda la segunda flota de la Alianza para dar opción de huir a la tercera y a la quinta. Los ingenieros de la quinta flota están ocupados reparando sus naves dañadas como paso previo al regreso a la Tierra para vengarse de los Segadores. Lo mismo, perdió un tercio de sus naves. Diana Alex, que vale 5 puntos, periodista de la red de noticias de la Alianza, ha estado emitiendo desde la Normandía y entrevistando a tripulantes y oficiales de alto rango de la Alianza para dar a la galaxia una visión entre bastidores de la guerra. Fragata de la Alianza Normandía SR-2. Cuando fue destruida la SSV Normandía, Cerberus reconstruyó la nave a partir de los planos que robó la Alianza. Rebautizada como SR-2, la Alianza desmontó la nueva Normandía y reinstaló tecnología propia en algunos de sus sistemas. A raíz de ello, la Normandía SR-2 es la fragata de mayor rendimiento de toda la Armada de la Alianza, y posiblemente la más rápida de su clase. La nave está comandada por Shepard, oficial de la Alianza y primer espectro humano. Actualizado, con el fin de reforzar la potencia de fuego de la Normandía, Shepard instaló un cañón hidrodinámico y magnético Zanix en la parte inferior de la nave, basado en la tecnología Segadora. Esta potente arma dispara metal fundido acelerado para alcanzar una fracción de la velocidad de la luz. Actualizado, antes de enfrentarse a los Segadores, Shepard reforzó la superestructura de la Normandía con blindajes Silaris. Esta capa protectora de láminas de nanotubos de carbono resiste temperaturas que volatilizarían al instante blindajes más convencionales. Actualizado, la Normandía ha sido mejorada con la tecnología de barrera ciclónica, que permite que los proyectores de campos de efecto de masa de la nave disparen rápidamente barreras oscilantes que desvían los impactos cinéticos en lugar de absorberlos. Recursos minerales. Shepard descubrió importantes depósitos elementales mientras exploraba planetas con la Normandía SR-2. Cuando la Alianza puso en el dique seco la Normandía, se quedó con todos los elementos recuperados. Este excedente de material se ha dedicado a construir el dispositivo proteano descubierto en Marte. ¿Ves, tío? Al final me cundió a analizar todos esos planetas. Khalisa bin Silan al-Gilani es una periodista de Westerland News. Hace poco apeló a sus espectadores para rogar unidad y cooperación entre todas las especies de la galaxia, galácticas en estos momentos de tiempos de guerra. Actualizado, su sinceridad conmovió a los usuarios de este planeta hasta el punto de recaudar ingentes donativos destinados a ayudas de guerra, tanto para la Alianza como para sus aliados alienígenas. ¿Y queda algo? No. Eso es todo lo que tenemos. Y no parece que haya nada más por aquí. Ay.
I can't believe the council won't help.
Come on, Sarah. If Thestia was lost and Earth hadn't been touched yet, you can be damn sure we'd be guarding our own borders.
Seguramente. Voy a hablar con Joker.
Hey, Commander. You know, I had my doubts about the Council. But after years of ignoring your warnings, they're finally willing to step up and tell you they just can't help.
They've spent years denying the threat. You think they'd be prepared now?
I was kind of hoping that maybe they were planning in secret and just not telling you about it because, you know, Cerberus. Well, let me know if you want me to get them on the channel and then hang up on them. You know, for old time's sake. Commander?
Ay, ¿qué podemos hacer ahora? Hablar con el resto de la... Oh, le quitaron la habitación a Jacob. Increíble.
Commander, the Alliance has found a new Cerberus lab on Sanctum. Admiral Hackett would like you to investigate.
Gracias.
Commander, come to check on your new recruit?
Just wanted to see how you were doing.
Still trying to get my bearings. When I was working on the Normandy's upgrades, I left at the end of the day. I didn't even have a toothbrush or a change of clothing until I made some emergency purchases on the Citadel.
Next time you need something, just ask. You're not alone here.
Oh, it's no trouble, Commander. I'm sure you have larger concerns.
We can put in a requisition order.
My toothbrush is a Cision Pro Mark IV. It uses tiny Mass Effect fields to break up plaque and massage the gums. It costs 6,000 credits.
Okay, yeah. You're on your own with that.
In any event, I appreciate you giving me the chance to stay. Was there anything else?
How'd you end up in the military anyway?
My family didn't have money for university. When the Alliance saw my aptitude scores, they offered me a full scholarship. I served my required years after graduation and decided to stay. I really like the challenges of the lab. Although, I'm sure I'll grow to love frontline service as well.
I'm surprised you're worrying about a toothbrush. We got bigger problems right now.
Oh, believe me. Seeing the Reapers on Earth was terrifying. But I won't help anybody by bursting into tears here in the CIC, will I? Being here on the Normandy helps. If anyone in the galaxy can stop the Reapers, it's you. And if flagging your messages and managing strategic intel helps you in any way, then it's worth it.
You worked in Alliance R&D?
Yes. You'd think quantum entanglement would make communication easy, but imagine incorporating multiple incoming sources and then networking them with extrapolations of time-lag data to construct a coherent situation GUI. It's an exciting challenge. For me, anyway.
Qué maja.
Where are you from originally?
A colony in the Terminus systems, actually. Though I studied on Earth, at Oxford. My parents were from London. They loved Earth, but they wanted the freedom a colony life could offer. If they stayed in London, I imagine they'd be dead right now.
A lot of people back on Earth are still alive, and counting on us.
Quite true, Commander.
Carry on, Specialist.
Tenemos que ir a Sanctum también. Uf, madre mía, ¿qué hago con mi vida? ¿Alojamientos del capitán? No, eso es lo último. Cubierta de la tripulación. Los muertos, tío. Abishkek, Alexei, Cardon, Charles, Presley, Kaidan, La Flamme. Ay, qué putada. Ay, aquí es donde estaba Zane, tío. Oh, ya no me dejan entrar al baño de los caballeros. ¿Puedo echarme una bebida? Déjame beber, necesito beber. Bueno, la sala de descanso está guay, la verdad. No se pueden quejar. Nada nuevo, nadie hablando por aquí. Habitación de Samara. Doctora.
Commander?
Everything okay down here, Doctor?
The Alliance team cleaned up and restocked, but it's still my old med bay. Feels like home.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Let's waste no time. If I may, I'd like to examine you.
Nothing wrong with me, is there?
No, but we should keep an eye on all those cybernetic implants Cerberus grafted into you.
Expensive stuff bringing me back.
And worth every penny. Let's just make sure everything is okay.
I guess a checkup never hurts. Just no scalpel this time, Doc.
Alas, to my great disappointment, it is nothing invasive. I'm just going to run some diagnostics on your implants, and it'll take a few readings. The procedure we did for your scarring has produced a lovely synthetic protein overlay. And your body has accepted the implants quite nicely.
It did better. Sure didn't come cheap.
That's it. You're the picture of health.
How's our inventory of meds?
The medbay was fully stocked before you left Earth. We should be good for a long time, even given the amount of fire you take each day.
Do you ever regret working for Cerberus?
We didn't work for them. We used them. If I were to feel anything, it would be guilt. We took their money, took their best people, took their best ship. We used them to defeat the Collectors, and now we are using their resources against them.
Eso es cierto.
So no, I don't regret it one bit.
You've never mentioned any of your family.
None to speak of, really. I'm the last of a prestigious line of medical professionals. The Alliance is my spouse, and you're all my children. I'm blessed with many close friends. But with each Alliance vessel taken, I lose one or two. We need to end this war.
I'll see you around, Doctor.
Eso voy a
Take care,
intentar.
Shepard.
Reasignar poderes, o poderes extra. Conversar con tus compañeros desbloquea poderes adicionales. Y reasignar poderes. Ok, pues nada. Aquí tampoco hay nada. Ya, al menos seguimos teniendo la comida de... Bueno, la cocina del señor Gardner, creo que era. Aquí no tenemos nada. Aquí es donde estaba Garrus. Vaya habitación se marca Liara, madre mía. Pedazo setup gaming.
Commander Shepard, it's a pleasure to see you again.
You're the drone from the Shadow Broker's ship.
Dr. Tassoni now refers to me as Glyph instead of Info Drone, 95% of the time. If you have a moment, I'd like to draw your attention to a terminal in her office. It analyzes information packages. If you find any useful data, I can research upgrades for you.
And what should I be looking for?
I'll inform you if you found relevant data. When you do, return to this terminal for your choices. In the meantime, Dr. Tassoni would like to speak with you. Have a pleasant day.
Gracias, Glifo.
Meeting with the council didn't go too well, huh?
It was less than ideal.
Yeah, that's a shocker.
Whole worlds are being lost to the Reapers. What more will it take?
Who knows? Hell, maybe the council's just taking petty revenge for Shepard hanging up on them all those years ago.
Wait, Shepard did what?
Oh, sorry, I think we're going through some dark matter. Hello?
Que les colgue, dice. Equipos de modificación de armadura. Feron ha persuadido a sus contactos para que envíen un equipo de modificación de armadura a la Normandía. El convertidor de Omniblade y la minifábrica del equipo, técnicamente ilegales en el espacio de la Citadel, pueden realizar una única modificación a la armadura de Shepard para mejorar la potencia del escudo o añadir compartimentos para cargadores térmicos. prefiero? ¿Capacidad de munición o escudos? Casi que prefiero escudos. 5% de escudos.
Looks like you brought more than just that drone from your ship.
A few things were necessary. I'd be a very silent shadow broker without data feeds.
So you have access to your resources?
What I can get. We'll need it to research this Prothean device. Until we understand precisely what it does, it's far too dangerous to use.
Did the Protheans actually complete this weapon?
You mean, will it work? They wouldn't have poured their last resources into this device if they thought otherwise. But we really need to find out just what kind of weapon they left us.
It'd be nice to know we're not kids playing around with a loaded gun.
Absolutely. The damage it could cause if it backfired is unthinkable. This will be difficult even for us. If something happens on a mission, if either one of us are hurt, I'll always remember that tour of the Normandy. But let's be honest, Shepard. It's been more than a half a year. Should we continue where we left off?
Sí.
I'd like that more than anything, Liara.
Good. I was getting worried.
There were a lot of reasons I was happy to see you on Mars.
I'd like that list. But later? There's so much left to do. I'm working with Edie. Hopefully we can discover what the Protheans left for us. But I'm looking forward to talking about something other than business. Maybe later?
Claro que sí, preciosa. Mira cómo me siguen las pantallas, tío. Pro gamer.
This terminal contains non-essential correspondence from your allied forces. Dr. Tassoni has granted you access.
Notas proteanas, 2171-2185. Grifo, recuérdame que ordenen estas viejas notas. Puede que encuentre algo útil para el artefacto proteano. Liara. 2171. La Universidad de Serris ha aceptado patrocinarme la excavación proteana de Dretirop. Qué emocionante. La profesora Hennel encabeza la expedición. Quizá pueda preguntarle qué opina de mi tesis. Adjunto tesis sobre los protocolos del primer contacto con los proteanos. 2174. Creo que el Dr. Joshua tenía razón al sugerir que los artefactos proteanos que desenterramos proceden de la tercera era y no de la cuarta. Qué error más bochornoso. Al menos pareció aprobar el resto del trabajo. Adjunto documentos sobre la comparación de la tecnología proteano con la lógica de los circuitos ASASI modernos. 2183, primera parte. Voy a la expedición de Cerum. Nunca pensé que me darían permiso para visitar sus ruinas proteanas, pero la Universidad de Serris ha debido encontrar financiación. Haré las maletas. Adjunto un trabajo sobre el final del Imperio Proteano. 2183, segunda parte. 2. Diosa. Este humano, Shepard, tiene la clave para entender a los proteanos a un nivel instintivo y subconsciente. Ojalá hubiera estado con la comandante cuando tocó la baliza de Eden Prime. Intentaré averiguar más cosas del cifrador a bordo de la Normandía. La participación de los Segadores es inquietante, cuanto menos. Adjunto un trabajo sobre el final del Imperio Proteano con correcciones. 2185. He revisado las antiguas grabaciones de los recolectores recabadas por el Corredor Sombríos. Da escalofrío saber que son cascarones de los proteanos. Después de lo que le hicieron a los Segadores, no creo que quede nada inteligente. Adjunto un trabajo sobre biología proteana. Mensaje del operativo Feron al corredor. Ayer conseguí contactar con Tazik. Su mirada no tenía precio. No le gusta nada que me hayas encargado la exploración de los sistemas de términos, pero está haciendo un buen trabajo manteniéndonos con vida. Nunca había visto nerviosos a tantos mercenarios y piratas. El mercado negro es poco fiable y cada vez se le hace más difícil contactar con los proveedores. La Alianza no podrá seguir usándolo como fuente fiable de materiales para el crisol si las cosas siguen empeorando. Algunos operativos creen que deberíamos abandonar ya para atenuar las pérdidas, pero yo no dejo de decirles. ¿Y cuándo ha podido la adversidad con el corredor sombrío? Feron. Postdata, espero que al fin hayas conseguido que nuestro amiguito Dron deje de decir corredor y sombrío en voz alta y en la misma frase a todo el que ve.
Hello again, Shepard.
How much do you know about this Prothean artifact?
Very little. We're fortunate enough data survived to piece together the blueprints. Decoding them will require as many specialists as we can find.
It's that high-tech?
I'd have killed for a glimpse of it during graduate school.
You brought your little helper with you?
Its name is Glyph. It helped sort through all the data that led me to the archive on Mars.
It was a pleasure to be of assistance, Doctor.
Glyphs interfaced with the data feeds. Its analytical software should come in handy.
Okay.
What's been happening with you as the broker, Liara?
It's been exciting. The old broker's ship. Impressive, but it was never meant to be space-worthy. Which meant the elusive man eventually tracked me down on Hagalaz.
What happened?
I knew he was coming. Farron and I loaded as much of the ship's specialized hardware onto a shuttle as we could. We got away from Cerberus's ships after arranging an appropriate distraction.
What kind of distraction?
Sending the broker's ship exploding into a Cerberus cruiser. I don't think the elusive man expected me to give up my resources in such a spectacular fashion.
Can you still operate as the broker without the ship?
Well, I couldn't let the elusive man have it. I saved what was crucial. My network of agents is intact, although the Reapers have taken a toll on their numbers. It's taking a while to re-establish contact.
So where is Farron if you two escaped?
He convinced me he was recovered enough to work, and I do need more agents.
Agent Farron didn't report any injuries during his last call to you, Doctor.
True. Given what he survived, I should probably worry less.
What have you been up to since we last saw each other?
Since you helped me defeat the Shadow Broker, I started looking for defenses against the Reapers. The Protheans were the only ones with substantial information on them. The older civilizations barely had records. I knew the elusive man was hunting for the same thing when our agents began crossing paths.
Like on Mars.
I thought I'd covered my tracks, but he had surveillance there all along.
Okay, pues nada.
We'll talk later, Liara.
Of course.
Vamos a leer un poquito de datos.
50,000 years ago, the Protheans were the only spacefaring species in the galaxy. They vanished in a swift galactic extinction. Only the legacy of their empire remains. They are believed to have built the mass relays and the Citadel, which have allowed numerous species to explore and expand throughout the galaxy. Prothean ruins are found on worlds across the galaxy. While surprisingly intact for their age, functioning examples of Prothean paleotechnology are rare. Time and generations of looters have picked their dead cities and derelict stations clean. Some believe the Protheans meddled in the evolution of younger races. The Hanar homeworld of Kaje, for example, shows clear evidence of former Prothean occupation. The presence of a former Prothean observation post on Mars...
Este ya lo habíamos leído en el 1.
Although melee combat applications for the Omni tool are almost as old as the device itself, the feature was largely unused prior to the Reaper invasion. The need to take on multiple Husks in close quarters forced the Alliance to develop ways to enhance the tool's offensive capability. The most common melee design is the Omniblade, a disposable silicon carbide weapon flash-forged by the tool's mini-fabricator. The transparent, nearly diamond-hard blade is created and suspended in a mass effect field safely away from the user's skin. Warning lights illuminate the field so the searing hot blade only burns what it is intended to: the opponent. More technically adept soldiers frequently modify their Omni tools to maximize stopping power through electrical, kinetic, or thermal energy. Some troops integrate the weapon with their kinetic barriers, transforming the Omni tool into a wrist-mounted bludgeon. Others fabricate flammable gases, held in place by a mass effect field and ignited upon impact. All prove deadly surprises for opponents who expect a disarmed Alliance warrior. The Citadel is an ancient deep space station presumably constructed by the Protheans. Since the Prothean extinction, numerous species have come. Spectres are agents from the Office of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance and answer only to the Citadel Council. They are elite. When humanity won a position on the Council for its part in defending the Systems Alliance is an independent supranational government representing the interests of humanity as a whole. The Alliance is... When humanity won a position on the Council for its part in defending the Citadel, the Alliance chose Captain David Anderson for the position. Udina became his advisor. Anderson eventually quit over frustrations with Council politics, and the Alliance named Udina to the office. Earth, the home world and capital of humanity, was enjoying a new golden age before the Reapers attacked. Disease, pollution, and other social ills were on the decline, thanks to technological advances and a wealth of resources from the colonies. Earth was an inspiration even to alien cultures, resulting in influence out of proportion with humanity's brief time on the galactic stage. The Reaper attack has put an end to any semblance of this former life. The great cities of Earth are storehouses of human DNA for the Reapers to harvest. Reaper gunships, capable of megaton-scale firepower, annihilated industrial centers in seconds. The militaries of Earth's disparate nation-states have retained only partial communication with the system's alliance fleets, leaving the planet's resistance efforts uncoordinated and vulnerable. The loss of the comm-buoy network has cut off Earth's economy from the rest of the galaxy, sending shockwaves across galactic markets and a significant obstacle to receiving aid.
Estamos en la mierda, vamos.
A political economic pact for collective colonial security, the Alliance is the central galactic institution of human society. The Alliance gained associate membership to the Citadel Council in 2165 and full membership in 2183, with Ambassador David Anderson representing humanity. Human political economic relationships vary between combative and lucrative. The Turians, who'd fought humans during the 2157 First Contact War, have become valuable trade partners, despite residual social hostility. Other relationships are even more complicated. The rapid rise of human political influence on the Council, achieving in decades what others waited or are still waiting centuries to acquire, has galvanized suspicion and resentment against humanity. That negativity is vastly outweighed by the respect and trust humanity earned by saving the Council during the 2183 attack on the Citadel, at the cost of Alliance cruisers Cairo, Cape Town, Emden, Jakarta, Madrid, Seoul, Shenyang, and Warsaw, and their 2,400 crew.
Bueno, tomé una buena decisión para ganarnos la confianza del resto de la galaxia.
The Reaper called Harbinger is believed to be the oldest and largest in the Reaper Armada. From the reaches of dark space, Harbinger managed to control the Collectors, a race of human-sized insectoid bipeds, as it sent them on a campaign to kill and gather humans from vulnerable colonies. The Collectors became a terrifying force in the galaxy, responsible for the murder of hundreds of thousands. Surviving colonists have described the tone of Harbinger's threats heard through the Collectors as they attacked as visceral and terrifying. Alliance intelligence has tentatively identified Harbinger as one of the Reapers leading the attack on Earth.
Hijo de puta.
A myth common to several cultures in the galaxy, Reapers were once imagined as space monsters that consumed entire stars. Archaeologists who searched for the sources of such myths found little besides the themes of all-consuming devils that are common to primitive cultures. Although accurate information about the Reapers remains scarce, the galaxy now knows that the Reapers are not a myth. They are a real and devastating threat. Sovereign was the first Reaper encountered by the modern Citadel races. Military leaders initially... Reaper indoctrination is an insidious means of corrupting organic minds, reprogramming the brain through physical and psychological conditioning using electromagnetic fields, infrasonic and ultrasonic noise, and other subliminal methods. The Reaper's resulting control over the limbic system leaves the victim highly susceptible to its suggestions. Organics undergoing indoctrination may complain of headaches and buzzing or ringing in their ears. As time passes, they have feelings of being watched and hallucinations of ghostly presences. Ultimately, the Reaper gains the ability to use the victim's body to amplify its signals, manifesting as alien voices in the mind. Indoctrination can create perfect deep cover agents. A Reaper's suggestions can manipulate victims into betraying friends, trusting enemies, or viewing the Reaper itself with superstitious awe. Should a Reaper subvert a well-placed political or military leader, the resulting chaos can bring down nations.
Lógico.
Long-term physical effects of the manipulation are unsustainable. Higher mental functioning decays, ultimately leaving the victim a gibbering animal. Rapid indoctrination is possible, but causes this decay in days or weeks. Slow, patient indoctrination allows the thrall to last for months or years. The Citadel races have classified the known variants of Reapers into 4 types. Capital ships are Sovereign-class Reapers 2 kilometers in length. They typically target the dreadnoughts, defense installations, and industrial cities of organic civilizations. Experts believe the Reapers harvest a single species of organics during each cycle of extinction to create these massive ships. Some capital ships are capable of launching small drones equivalent to fighters. Destroyers are 160 meters long and, in astounding numbers, make up the bulk of the Reaper fleet. They engage cruisers and other smaller ships, as well as communications posts and enemy command centers. Research suggests destroyers are created from those species that are not harvested to make capital ships. Troop transports carry Husks to unconquered planets and bring victims of the harvest to Reaper processing centers. They vary in length from 200 meters to 1 kilometer, but unlike capital ships and destroyers, do not appear to be self-aware. Instead, other Reapers operate troop transports remotely. Processors, also called slaughter ships, are mobile centers for mass DNA harvesting. Like troop transports, processors appear to be remotely operated by sapient Reapers.
Vale, vamos a ver el caníbal.
Cannibals are frontline Reaper units created from corrupted Batarians. The nickname refers to their propensity to devour the bodies of fallen comrades. This triggers a biochemical process through which the cannibals spontaneously heal themselves and grow new chitinous armor. The transformation also appears to give cannibals a greater awareness of their surroundings, leading to more strategic behavior and careful use of battlefield cover.
O sea, que esto es lo que hicieron con los batarianos, ¿eh?
Husks are the aggressive, mindless foot soldiers of the Reaper armies. They are created by impaling either living or dead humans on mechanical spikes that rapidly extract water and trace minerals and replace them with cybernetics. These cybernetics reanimate the lifeless flesh and tissue, transforming the bodies into horrifying killing machines. The Reapers use large groups of Husks to overwhelm the enemy. The Husks' inability to feel pain, as well as their tendency to attack in groups, makes them particularly deadly adversaries.